Better take them and lace them. I like this.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Lakers in Los Angeles. And for Los Angeles, they're enjoying a better winning percentage to this point than we saw last season, an encouraging sign for the players and the front office. And the front lines for both teams tonight, powerful, explosive. Shaq, what's the key these days to building a great front court?
Well, the more versatile, the better. But it's more about skill and brute strength. You know I'm about skill and brute strength. I was the most skillful and brutally strong guy ever to play the game.
It's right, you are brutal.
What's so funny?
That, front court guys need to change ends. That's what's funny to me, Shaq, and nothing else. I just tell you right now, nothing else is funny to me.
You want me to show you how strong I am? I'll flip this table over right now.
I believe you could. I believe you could.
What you looking at, Ernie?
Not much.
Oh.
All right.
It's on. It's on.
I see Ernie.
And here's
No
Kevin
fear,
Harlan.
Ernie.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
I'll see you in the locker room, Ernie.
It's game time in Los Angeles. From the Staples Center, all the crowd ready to go as they look to cheer on the Lakers. With Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and Hall of Fame sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And tonight we're joined by a legend of the NBA, five-time NBA champion, Kobe Bryant has stopped by. Kobe, great to have you with us.
No, thank you. Thank you for letting me stop in and join you for a bit.
Any chance you might pursue broadcasting in the years to come?
Nope.
Nor coaching?
Nope. Don't have the patience for either.
All right, we're glad you're with us tonight. Last game for the Timberwolves, they pick up the W against the Clippers in Los Angeles. And just one look at the score tells you all you need to know. They were dominant in just about every area.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, there's no doubt. They were sharp on the offensive end. The bench guys just did a sensational job bringing their A game.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Lonzo Ball knew the Lakers needed a leader, and he thought he could fill that hole. He said a lot of it is natural. I think you're either born a leader or you're not. Now, the Ball family does not shy away from controversy, and it didn't last season either. So none of us know exactly where this is all going to end up. Kevin?
Thanks, David. And the Black Mamba nickname, one of the things that I think fans really embrace. They know you for that. How did that all come about?
Well, honestly, watching Kill Bill.
Oh, no kidding.
No kidding. It came straight from Tarantino. When I saw him, I thanked him for it.
Oh, I like that story.
Yep, came straight from there. I looked at it and said, wow, that's an interesting animal. Look it up.
Makes sense.
Makes complete sense.
Right? Yeah. And you like that? You like that nickname?
I did. It became my alter ego.
Yeah.
Right? So when I'm at home, I'm like a big teddy bear, man. I'm like a human jungle gym with my kids. But when I strap up my Mambas, I enter that zone. Right? I enter that don't play around zone.
I like that zone.
Yeah.
Your opponents didn't like that zone. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Then it's Robert Covington, and there's Teague.
The strength of LeBron is something that is never going to go away, and it will always allow him to finish plays like that.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the night here. And the free throw, no good.
Well, how about a multi-time champion and a multi-time MVP, and LeBron James continues to dominate. It truly is special to watch.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. So it's the Timberwolves now. Okogie, covered by LeBron. Here's Gibson. That one's not going to go. So the Lakers will take it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And in that one, it was all about shutting down the paint. They were just terrific in terms of their rim protection.
Well, and that's exactly how you have to protect the basket, right? Exceptional job setting the tone on the defensive end, deep at the rim.
Here's Teague, following the basket by LeBron James. Now Teague. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Ball. It's deflected.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots.
And they say the capacity for work is one of the great indicators for an NBA prospect. That motivation. Kobe, I can't believe you had a lot of trouble being motivated, knowing the way you are, the way you're wired.
Well, you just got to find what makes you tick.
Right.
Right? And sometimes it's hard for players to look internally and figure out what that is. And so as coaches or teachers or parents, it's our responsibility to find what that is in our children or players or students and bring it out of them.
Well said. A nice passing here by Los Angeles. There's shake and bake. Coming off a stellar performance against Toronto.
Working the in-between area, the kind of look that can get you into a rhythm early.
Yeah, the defense better take notice because you can't let guys get comfy shooting from their spots.
Towns can't hit that one. And the Lakers take it the other way. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they felled the Wolves.
Yeah, I just thought their energy was lacking defensively. Just gave up way too many easy shots.
And when the defense isn't there, Greg, you really open up the floodgates for the other team. They didn't have any heart.
And that one's good. Ingram.
Boy, the offense is really clicking. 4 for 5 from the field to start. Nice.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
Yeah, just ice cold right now from the floor. Time to regroup.
And I think, Greg, they look lost and they look frustrated. Not sure how they're missing so many shots right now.
And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. You look at the Timberwolves, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And seeing where the Lakers are, they've had an interesting start to the year. Lately, they've put together some nice wins, and you get the general sense that their confidence is growing.
Now, here's Teague. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Clippers. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Towns. Trying to get something going, and that one goes long.
And why take that contested shot? I mean, make the extra pass.
No, that's a head scratch. When the defense is in your grill, move the ball.
And guys, really no ceiling on Ingram. This is a guy who has the potential to be a truly great player before it's all done.
Lakers shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Ingram at the line for 2.
That free throw, no good. And Kobe, you think about playing the game. You don't miss the physical side of it, but I know the mental side was so big for you, especially as your career went on.
Well, yeah. Well, every season was a new puzzle, right? So it's, as a leader of the team, it's not so much about yourself. You have to put that to the side and think about how to put together the puzzle for your teammates. How do you put them in a situation where they're reaching their max potential?
Yes.
Right? That's what gets the championship done. So every season is exciting because the puzzle is new, right? The emotions, the goals that your teammates have are all new. And so you have to figure out how can you put them in the best possible position to be successful and in turn help us win a championship.
That's a great explanation. Now, here's Ball. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Teague against Ball. Towns wide open. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
Well, a point guard must understand window of opportunity, and Jeff Teague specializes in exactly that.
Ball kicks to Ingram. Tries from 10. And LeBron with the nice bucket inside. LeBron's got 6.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Outside Teague. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Well, we've seen some defensive wizards among the NBA's freshman class this season. Let's now take a look at the rookie steal leaders. Well, you look at Shake and Bake, one of the league's best, third in steals.
How about the anticipation and really his aggressive mindset defensively? He's always pressuring, always looking for an opportunity to force a turnover.
Ball kicks to McGee. Pass to LeBron. Back to McGee. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Outside Teague. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, despite his struggles from the field in this period, you know he's going to keep asking for the basketball.
James against Covington. Shoots over Covington. No good off the front iron.
Well, the defense trying to get out on him, but he's left with the open shot. He's got to make that one.
Ingram with the steal. The drive by James. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That one is on Towns.
Outstanding take to the rack by LeBron, always looking to get to the charity stripe.
And as the focal point offensively, reading the defense, so critical to have that split-second reaction and trying to figure out where their defense is going in such a short time frame. It's amazing.
Well, that's part of the magic trick because it's already figured out.
Yes.
Right, through film. So when I watch a game, I know what their coverages are. Right, so I know.
You could figure out what, and because there's so many coverages. I mean, let's face it.
But you know, they all kind of do the same thing. Right, so when you watch the game, you know, if I'm preparing for the Bulls or preparing for whoever, I can look and see what their defensive packages are because they can't just throw something new in there, right? Because they've been doing this defense since training camp. Right, so you're generally going to see the same rotations. So now I can put guys on the floor and set up the pieces to take advantage of that rotation.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
Let's check out some stats. Here are the numbers for Brandon Ingram. He's averaging 11 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role, knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
Now here's Teague. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Okogie drills it from outside.
Obviously, he's not the top priority for the defense in those situations. It results in an open three.
James against Covington. LeBron left side. He kicks it to McGee. And the rejection by Towns.
A terrific effort by Towns. Sticks with the play and sends it back.
Pass to Teague. Covington against Ingram. Just 5 on the clock. Okogie. The three-pointer, no good.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Kobe, you're so decorated in every way individually and as a teammate with the 5 championships. Of all the things, the All-Star games, the All-Defense, all the individual things you've accomplished, what is the one thing you might cherish? And you may have alluded to it with the championships, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but at the end of the day, is that the one thing above everything else that you covet?
No. You know, the fact that I can look in the mirror and honestly say I gave everything to the game.
And that was obvious.
But that's the thing, right? You don't want to feel like you've left anything on the table. There's no stone left unturned. I gave everything to the game that I possibly could. That, to me, is the biggest accomplishment.
What a feeling.
Yeah.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Ingram passes to LeBron, and James throws it down.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they've built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. And the Lakers with some changes. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Brandon Ingram. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Ball. Sharch finds Teague. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Well, that takes concentration from Jeff Teague, Kevin, right? He's got to convert through contact. Remarkable strength. Pretty good style, too. Not bad.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Shake and Bake. Timberwolves also changing it up. Gorgie Dang's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Tolliver in for Robert Covington. Free throw, no good for Teague.
Well, there's so much value in how Jeff Teague runs an offense. He's got great speed. He plays hard on both ends of the floor. I think any organization would be lucky to have this guy.
Here's Hart, and the pass to Kuzma. The three, and again it's the Lakers from deep. And Kobe, you've made no apologies throughout your career about being a scorer, but how do you strike that balance between getting buckets and keeping your teammates involved?
Well, it's a thin line, especially for scorers. Because when you're locked into that mentality, it's very easy. It's almost like a racehorse. When you're racing with blinders on, you don't see anything else. You have one focus, right? And so it becomes a matter of trying to understand when to attack throughout the course of the game. So the first 3 quarters, maybe I'll lay back. Or maybe even it's just the first quarter, and then close out the first half strong. So you go into halftime with some momentum. But then at the end of the game, that's when you put the blinders back on and you really race for that finish line. And so everything in between just becomes a matter of setting up the pieces so that then you can close the game out the right way. So that's how I thought about it.
And I can sense by the way you describe this that you had to know your teammates' game as well as your own game.
Well, yeah, you got to know how they're feeling going into the game.
Yeah.
Right? You this power soul habits. How a low feeling tonight. Right? You got to be able to measure those things. And if you feel like the team's going to get off to somewhat of a sluggish start, that's when you kick it into high gear immediately. Right? And so it's a bit of a guessing game, but it's more so being able to spend the time with your teammates and talk to them, and that'll help you gauge a little bit better.
Tyus Jones, he's checked in for T. Here's Rose. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Well, that's about effort, carving space for the interior look. And one attribute we'll always talk about with Rose is the heart that he plays with.
Here's Hart. From deep. LeBron passes to Hart. Rose scanning the floor. Jang, no luck.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And James gets it to go. LeBron's got 14 points for the game.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Yeah, it looks like they've wanted it more. Outstanding hustle and determination throughout.
Now here's Rose. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Shot clock at 5. Jones with it. He's picked up by Rondo. And the basket by Jones. Jones has got his first 2 points of the night.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And Kobe, I know you'd spend a fair amount of time watching video and scouting your opponents. How would your film study change from regular season to say, the playoffs?
I had more time to prepare in the postseason, so I can watch more film and really focus on the entire package of the team that we're facing.
Not just the guy that's defending you?
No, not just the guy that's defending me.
All of it.
But all of it,
right?
How do they play us defensively as a team? How do they play us individually? How do we need to play them as a team? How do we need to play them individually? You start looking at kind of the grand scheme of things. In a regular season, most of these film sessions, for me at least anyway, took place on the plane. Right, in between games. So when I get to the hotel, I can rest generally.
So it's the Lakers now, following the 3 by Minnesota. 13 feet away. Again, James missing. Timberwolves trail by 12. To the paint, here's Jang, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And this is, to me, where Zhang is really starting to improve, making moves inside that force the defender's hand.
The Timberwolves have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season. Free throw line.
That free throw, good from Zhang.
You'd be hard-pressed to find an area where Zhang's growth has not been seen. No longer a guy you can send to the line.
And the Lakers making a change here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. And Zhang drops them both.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Hart kicks to Rondo. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Tyus Jones.
And like the physicality he brings to the floor, outstanding at drawing fouls while shooting.
The Lakers have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight. That free throw missing. And he sinks the second.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball, exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first. Gets it down to single digits. Tolliver's got 6.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Rondo. Inside and stolen by Zhang. And here we go. Sharch all alone. And it's blocked. Out left to the wing. Lets it go with a 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. He's got 5. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Los Angeles on top, up by 11. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
Why you think they call me?
All-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry to maximize his potential.
I want to be the best player who ever played, and I feel that I could do that. I think I have the God-given talent and the God-given abilities to make it happen, and I have total confidence in myself every single day. I wake up that I could be the greatest player who ever played. I know if I continue to put the work ethic in and continue to do all the little things I need to do, I could find myself in that conversation. But, obviously I got to learn every single day and never take no days for granted.
On his coaches, Greg and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
For me, that defense in the first period, just tremendous shot blocking.
They have smothered every opportunity, it feels like. The other team has got to be nervous on field goal attempts.
Rondo and Caldwell Pope in the backcourt. Hart is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Chandler in at the center. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And Kobe, while you're in the midst of playing, not much time to sit back and gain perspective. Now that you're retired, does it sink in what you accomplish in this game?
Yeah, perspective now is one thing. You know, I let myself have that and enjoy that a little bit.
I bet.
And but when I was playing, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit.
You would never sit back and say, you know, here's my 14th consecutive All-Star game. This is really an amazing streak.
No.
Really?
No, nope. That was always the next thing.
Jones kicks to Zhang. Caldwell Pope against Rose. Zhang dishes to Rose. Just 5 to shoot. Jones, no one around him. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Now here's Rondo. Passes it to Hart. Back to Rondo. Pass to Kuzma. There's the 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Well, I'll tell you, still looking for that first 3 of the second quarter. He had one to open this game in the first.
Took him no time at all on that one. Rose has got his second bucket of the night.
Everything in rhythm that time, Kevin. When Rose is confident with the jumper, he can be so dangerous.
Hart kicks to Rondo. Pass to Kuzma. Shoots a fader. That one wide left.
Just a little hesitation on that release, right? His timing looked a bit off.
Outside, Jones. Right wing, Tolliver for 3. Rebounded by Hart. Los Angeles leading by 12. Rondo with the ball. Caldwell Pope for 3. The offensive rebound, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That'll be his second foul of the game. Lance Stephenson's checked in for the Lakers. Lonzo Ball comes in for Rajon Rondo. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony Tolliver. And so Tom Thibodeau has got to have a timeout right now.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Yeah, maybe a new approach, because what they're doing is not working. You're going to have to alter some things on the offensive end.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Los Angeles. Okogie, he's covered by Ball. Chalk up 2 there. He's got 5.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Stevenson finds McGee. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one is on Towns.
That's his second personal foul.
For Los Angeles, they have missed a few free throws up to this point, shooting 4 of 7 from the foul line tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
That one misses. And it's Rose with the ball for Minnesota. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And that's the final game of this 5-game road run for the team. Covington's shot is off. Los Angeles leading by 10. Stevenson passes to Kuzma. Nobody near Stevenson. And he gets it to go from the corner.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Rose kicks to Gibson. The feed to Towns. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
We've talked about this guy's ability to get to the free throw line. Towns in incredibly tough cover.
The Timberwolves have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. First free throw is good, and the Timberwolves making a change here. Teague's checked in. And Towns drops them both.
Boy, his free throw shooting has been on the mark tonight. Nothing new there, right?
Ball against Teague. And here's Kuzma. A 17-point game for him in the win against Toronto.
Yeah, Kev, he was a standout on the backboards that night and got a number of big rebounds.
Here's Caldwell Pope. And there's the pass to Kuzma. And he uses the glass on the layup. Kuzma's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
Feeds to Towns. It's tipped. Shot clock at 5. Drilled from 11 feet out. Towns has got 7 points.
Now, Karl Anthony Towns reading the situation and finding an opportunity in the mid-range.
Ball kicks to Kuzma. It's good. He's got 9.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
Now here's Teague. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. It's up a 3. He can't hit that time. And the Lakers going the other way now. Ball, the pass to Kuzma. And Gibson sends it back.
Boy, Gibson's so good at timing these rejections. Twice on the pipes from Taj.
And stolen by Kuzma. Stevenson left side. A reverse. And it's good on the layup. And the Lakers lead by 14.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Kicks it to Gibson. He feeds it to T. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Here's Kuzma to the middle. Here's Ball. His first shot coming late. And Gibson sends it back. Teague against Ball. A nice shot by Teague.
Well, you can just see Jeff Teague oozes confidence anytime he's got to use the dribble drive. I love watching him do that.
Now, here's Ball. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Stevenson inside the three-point line. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. One-on-one fast break. Here's Covington. Buries it down low. Covington's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, this is Teague's job, right? Spread the ball amongst his teammates. Make sure everyone is eating at the table.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Some changes for the Lakers. LeBron's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Brandon Ingram comes in for Lance Stevenson. And Shake and Bake subbed in for Caldwell Pope. Now, here's Ball. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. LeBron passes the ball. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Ball's got his first points of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Teague against Ball. Gibson. Ball with the rebound. Lakers leading by 12. Shake and Bake passes to Ingram. Lays it up off the glass. Ingram's got 7 points in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Teague deciding where to go with it. Here's Towns. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
I think you could see early on that he was really with a rhythm and flow tonight, and now he's really starting to take off.
LeBron kicks to Ingram. Shoots. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got 4 rebounds in this game. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Covington. Timeout called the Lakers.
Here to check out the numbers for James. Right around 25 points per, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
Now here's Ingram. He had 16 points in the win against Toronto.
His passing definitely came into play as well, Kev. He was very unselfish, really kept the ball moving.
Covington against Ingram. Gibson dishes to T. Down low, stolen by McGee. Here's Ingram. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside Teague. Outside Towns. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Towns has got 11.
Well, the body control of Karl Anthony Towns, just a terrific job to take the hit.
Pass to Shakenberg. Teague against Ball. And James gets it to go on the assist by Ball. 16 points for LeBron.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Pass to Towns. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns is cooking right now, and the defense has nothing for him.
Here's Shake and Bake. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 8 points for him.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Towns. And that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
I'd like to give a big thank you once again to Kobe Bryant for coming by, and feel free anytime to drop by and join our broadcast.
No, thank you, man. It's been wonderful. Thank you for having me.
And with Kobe stopping by the booth, Doris, I'm always amazed at the type of things Kobe will notice about both NBA and the players competing that the casual fans rarely think about.
Well, you think back to Kobe's career and how much his preparation and studying of the league and his opponents contributed to his success. And obviously, with what we just heard, this guy still holds so much knowledge of the game.
And James gets it to go.
Well, I'll tell you, he's been a go-to guy for them as they've taken this lead, and he keeps coming.
Timberwolves trail by 11. Outside Teague to the middle. Here's Towns. And James pulls it down. James has got his 4th rebound in this one. 16 seconds left in the first half. They get a hand on it, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. 12 seconds left now here in the second. Now Rondo, 4 on the clock. Pass to Shakenberg. Puts up a 3, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
Well, that's big-time hustle on the defensive end. Teague altering that shot thanks to his energy.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Tyson. How have you controlled the tempo in the game in the first half?
I think the way we came out defensively, we locked into their sets. We're taking them out of what they want to accomplish. Because of that, we're able to make some shots on the other end.
Tyson, thanks. We'll see you in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 18 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. You know, I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. Matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
Kenny, let's get your insight on the Timberwolves.
I think they're giving this game away because of their turnovers. I mean, you may not control everything that happens out there, but you do control how much you value each possession. I think coming out of the break, they need to be more efficient to close the gap in the score.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
You know, I think, Greg, they never settled for the first look. It was always about, let's get the best shot possible, really good judgment on the offensive end.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Well, Greg, you knew that the Laker front office and Magic were going to do everything they could to bring in big-name free agents, and they succeeded. They got the biggest name of them all in LeBron.
LeBron coming to L.A. completely shifts the mindset of this organization. Team was very busy the rest of the free agent period as well. Still made very aggressive plays as this is a team that is looking to win now.
So on the floor for Minnesota, Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Then there's Teague. Then it's Robert Covington. So it's Minnesota now, following the bucket by the Lakers. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Knocked loose. Gibson with the steal. And it's Towns missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. There's the pass to Covington. Plays it up and banks it in. Covington's got 8 points.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Absolutely perfect start to the half, setting the tempo right away with an easy opportunity at the cup.
To the paint, here's Teague. They get the rebound. Kicks to Covington. Another shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, you think about the Minnesota Timberwolves becoming one of the premier offensive teams in the league. They have a huge advantage in free throw attempts and limiting turnovers, 2 things that have really set this group apart.
Free throw drops for Covington. And Doris, you look at the Wolves offense. Have they maxed out how good they can be?
I think one area they have to look at is in this age of the three-pointer, they were one of the league's lowest in three-point attempts. To me, they've got to boost that number, and I think they also need to look to attack in transition. They've certainly got enough weapons.
Here's shake and bake. 10 points for him. Snatched away. Okogie, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
James looking it over. to the inside. McGee. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists now in this one.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for Minnesota. 9-point game. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Left side, Towns. Shoots over McGee. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
That size makes it really difficult to contend with Karl Anthony Towns, and that soft touch doesn't hurt either, gentlemen.
Ingram against Gibson. 13 feet away. McGee finds James. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. They get it back, and it's McGee with the jam.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
The other bench deflated because that was a rough sequence for the defense. They hated to give up those points, but did nothing to stop it.
Yeah, and Ball constantly looking for ways to come up with steals. So outstanding at covering a lot of ground with his overall length.
Minnesota calls timeout. Of course, at times out there, things get a little heated. Some people feel like the whistle's being blown too quickly on some of these technical fouls. What do you think?
I would actually completely disagree, Kevin. I think there are certain players who are given far too much latitude and others for whom the whistle does come too quickly. So I think it would be better and more helpful to the officials, the teams, and also the fans to understand what is and what does cross a line. Because to me, there's no consistency, there's a lot of confusion, and I think it works both ways. Sometimes too long of a leash, sometimes too short.
Excellent appraisal. Snatched up. Out to the wing. Tolliver the pass to Towns. 6 to shoot. Okogie. Another miss by Minnesota.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Ball kicks to Kuzma. He dishes it to McGee. James in the post. Working on Tolliver. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. In third, the Lakers.
They're so aware defensively. I mean, an opportunistic group in terms of forcing miscues and getting out in transition. And boy, do they do a great job of taking advantage.
Now here's Towns. He's got 17.
That's a complete effort. Stuck with his man, gets his hand up, and then he doesn't hesitate to finish the possession with the rebounding job.
Ball against Rose. Ball kicks to James. Back to Ball. McGee with no one around. Misses the 3.
That's as good a look as he's going to get beyond the arc, but there are no sure things from that range, even for him.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Towns. Right around 21 points per, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Let's make no mistake, one of the elite talents in the NBA and operating at the highest level right now.
Free throw drops for James. LeBron signing a 4-year deal with the Lakers. Greg, many speculated it might happen, but it was still a shock to many.
It makes sense from LeBron's standpoint. Son plays in L.A. for high school. LeBron has a lot of business interests as well. And also what's interesting is that when LeBron's contract ends, his son could potentially be coming into the NBA as a rookie.
Passes it to Towns. There's the dish to Rose. Out to the right wing. Pass to Towns. Ball against Rose to end the cold streak, but he gets it back. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Tyus Jones, he's checked in for Minnesota. shake and bake. 10 points for him. Now, here's Ball. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. He's got 9. Here's LeBron. 22 points for him. Pass to Kuzma. Here's shake and bake. From 15 feet away, makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
And here's Rose outside. That one doesn't go. And the Lakers going the other way now. 17 points was their biggest margin. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Now here's Rose. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game.
You know, and Dario Saric has shown some big steps in terms of improvement since coming in the league. Hadn't gotten enough recognition for it as the team overall has improved right along with him, but his shooting and rebounding have both dramatically increased.
And that one falls from Saric. And with Saric and his improved jump shot, he's been more aggressive on offense.
Yeah, and with that aggression, Saric has taken on a larger role in terms of creating offense. Showed he can be a playmaker out of the pick and roll. Great passing instincts and can be deployed as a point forward if you need him to be.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for JaVale McGee. And Stevenson comes in for LeBron. Hart, he's checked in for Shake and Bake. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Ball. Now, here's Stevenson. Clock at 6. Saric grabs the board.
Boy, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
Takes the 13-footer. Doesn't go for him. Nice D from Chandler.
No question he's having a bad quarter, so somebody else needs to take charge of the scoring if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Timberwolves trail by 11. Here's Rose. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Rose has got his 3rd basket of the night. Rondo dishes to Stevenson. The pass to Kuzma. Nice jump shot. Good. Kuzma's got 11 points.
Well, this is a guy who understands his role in their offense, right? And they know exactly how to use him.
Rose kicks to Saric. Passes to Towns. And they pick up 2. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, there's an efficiency with which Karl Anthony Towns can work when he's in the painted area. That is nicely done.
Stevenson against Saric. Now here's Stevenson. Guarded closely. Some solid defense from Saric.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Off target with his 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Kuzma can't get it to go. Timberwolves trail by 9. Jones kicks to Towns. Down low, Jang. And finished off by Jang.
Impressive awareness from Karl Anthony Towns. Dependable at finding teammates with a terrific look there.
Stevenson outside. And the rejection by Towns. Dishes it to Jones. He's looking for Saric and finds him. Count that bucket. And now just a 5-point Laker lead.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Well, think about the Minnesota native Tyus Jones. His poise at the point guard spot is what stands out to me, guys. There's a terrific IQ and an unbelievable sense for how to run a team. Tyus Jones, we're just getting the best of him now.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. And a change for the Timberwolves. Robert Covington's checked in for Towns. Rondo looking around. And Kuzma gets it to go on the assist by Rondo. Kuzma's got 4 this quarter. And Tyus Jones, Doris, won a national championship at Duke. He was the outstanding player in the Final Four, but only the 24th pick in 2015. What caused him to slip?
Well, I think one of the questions you had was athletically, could he match up at the point guard position in today's NBA? But I think what you absolutely love about Tyus Jones, just as you stated, he won a national championship. This guy has been a winner. And I think his skill level, the intangibles, his ability to run a team, there's a lot to like about this young man's game.
Not as good in the Los Angeles leads, cut to just 7 points in the basket from Šarić.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Well, I love how personal this thing is getting. If you drain a 3 on me, anything you can do, I can do better.
Now here's Rondo. Kuzma with it.
Just a little hesitation on that release, right? His timing looked a bit off.
Caldwell Pope brings the double team. Pass to Covington. Rose with the ball. He can't get that one to fall. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. Covington with the steal. Here's the break. Pushing it up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Saturday, they'll head out on the road to face the Kings in Sacramento. Then on Sunday, the Atlanta Hawks coming to town. That will tip off a homestand for them.
And for that game against the Trailblazers, they'll need to be at their best for this contest. Anything short of excellence, and they'll be in for a rough ride.
The first one falls.
Well, the knee issues robbed Derrick Rose of some of his athleticism, but maybe more importantly, he lost that development time. Still a big-time player, though, every time he takes the floor.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Teague's checked in. And Rose drops them both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Rondo finds Caldwell Pope. Back to Rondo. Launches it. Rebound, Minnesota. Covington's got his 5th rebound in this one. For the 3. The shot by Šarić, no good.
What a nice individual defensive effort right there. Did a great job contesting.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul. And here's Rondo. Six on the shot clock to the right side. Here's Kuzma, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Kuzma's got 6 points in the quarter. Now Rose, 8 points for him. From the arc, and the miss. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Lakers lead by 7. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Boy, GA, how about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Los Angeles leading by 7. The forwards are Ingram and LeBron. Rondo and Caldwell Pope in the backcourt. And it's Kuzma in at the center position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Now here's LeBron. 6 to shoot. Jeff Teague with the rebound.
Boy, a little too casual on the layup. Temporary loss of focus. Not good.
And finished off by Jang.
Well, how about the aggressiveness at the point of attack? Zhang finishing like he means it.
Here's James after the basket by Minnesota. Outside Rondo. Back to LeBron. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Kuzma. Minnesota with the rebound. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Over in the corner, Rose. Over Caldwell Pope. It's tipped.
And love the defensive activity from KCP. Selling out there for the block.
And Jaric kicks to Rose. Just 4 to shoot. Over James.
Since halftime, he has just been in a funk offensively.
Rose, no good. Pass to Rondo. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Back to Kuzma. LeBron outside. Shoots over Covington. Got a piece of it. And he recovers it. And Los Angeles with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Shake and Bake comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Ball subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Gibson's checked in. There's Rose with the 3. The rebound by the Lakers. McGee's got his 8th rebound here tonight. It's deflected. Ingram with the steal. It's James atop the key. Shoots it. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
So why does LeBron James have the ball in his hands? Because look at that 6th sense. Wow, what a pass.
Teague the pass to Rose. Looking to end his cold spell. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
Well, Taj Gibson is playing a career high in minutes with the Timberwolves. This guy is in his early 30s. He's kept himself in unbelievable physical shape every single year. He's now healthy. And I'll say this. Taj Gibson is one of those guys you want in the trenches with you. You know what you're going to get on a night-by-night basis.
And, Doris, you were talking about the responsibility for Taj Gibson with the Wolves. Coach Thibodeau bringing in the seasoned veterans to complement the young talent.
Well, Kevin, Taj Gibson is exactly the kind of influence and teammate you want, both on the floor and in the locker room. Here's a hard-working, defensive-minded player. He's made the playoffs in just about every season he has been in the league. And he has proven on the offensive end that you can play through him in the post. So much to love about Taj Gibson.
Kicks it to Jang. Outside Teague. Back to Gibson. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Well, you combine size, aggression, and toughness, and you get Taj Gibson. My goodness, nicely done.
LeBron against Covington. Ingram outside. Back to LeBron. 2 points. That one goes. LeBron's got 4 points this quarter.
LeBron just shrugs off any and all contact when he has a good look at the rim like that.
And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for the Timberwolves. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Covington kicks to Zhang. There's the pass to Teague. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Well, we call that crowding the shooter, right? You don't give up an inch. It's just perfect defense.
Now here's LeBron following the miss by Lonzo Ball. Just 5 on the clock. Beyond the arc. James, no good. Timberwolves trail by 6. Teague left side. Stolen by Ball. Now the Lakers on the break. Here's Shake and Bake, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Jang.
And after the Lakers landed LeBron, the talk was about if they would add Kawhi Leonard as well. Ultimately, it didn't happen. And Lakers want to keep their young guns in the end. And LeBron has said he felt that the team was ready without Kawhi and came to the Lakers because of that youthful core they had in place.
Now here's Teague. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it. Shake and Bake. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Outside Teague. Outside Towns. Teague against Ball. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
I'd say that's been the story of this guy's night. He can't get anything to fall.
Ingram outside. Over Towns. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
There's no doubt. They're making all the right moves. Their chemistry tonight has been phenomenal.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And James gets it to go on the assist by Ball. Ball's got assist number 5 here tonight. Timberwolves trail by 16. Timberwolves passing it around. And there's the call on James. That's foul number 2 for him. Passes it to Covington. Shot clock at 6 to halt the run.
He's cold from deep. 0 threes in the second half after hitting just 1 in the first. Really good work in the painted area. You need to have the inside game working like that.
Pass to Shake and Bake. At the elbow, it's James. McGee in the corner. It's Ingram on the wing. Shoots over Covington. Misses off the left iron.
Defensive positioning so important, and he could not have played him better there.
He had a nice open look right there. And it's 7 points for Jeff Teague.
Well, this is why you love Jeff Teague. He's so efficient off the dribble. What a pretty play.
Teague against Ball. Elbow shot. And it's Ingram missing.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Right. Perfect contest in that instance, Greg, making it really hard on the shooter to have any kind of space at all.
Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Covington. Here's Ball. Ingram outside. The kick out to LeBron. Back to Ingram. And slam dunk by Ingram.
And Kevin, of all LeBron's championship characteristics, and there are many. His greatest may be his unselfishness.
Timberwolves trail by 11. Okogie. That shot misses. LeBron with some nice D. Here's shake and bake. No good from outside. Minnesota's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Covington dishes to T. Towns against McGee. 4-3, Covington. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And it's Ball in the corner. Ingram outside. LeBron against Covington. A 3-ball. And Brandon Ingram hits from deep. Ingram's got 7 points here in this quarter. You know, everyone on the floor needs some level of playmaking skill, Doris. Who are your picks for bigs who can really share the ball? Good passers among the big men.
Yeah, one of my favorite players in the NBA to watch is Nikola Jokic because his vision, his desire to share the basketball, his ability to see not one action ahead, but sometimes 2 actions ahead is really remarkable for a man of his size. You look at somebody like Draymond Green, who is absolutely critical to the success of the Golden State Warriors on the offensive end of the floor. He can take it off the window, he can dribble it in transition, and in full speed make decisions going second by second that are really, really impressive.
Red passes, do such a great job with the ball. I agree with you. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. And so it's Minnesota with it. They trail by 16. Ball against T. Five to shoot. And Shake and Bake picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal.
Outside Teague. Shot to stop the run. Rejected by McGee. Second shot opportunity. Blocked again. Ingram right side. LeBron passes to Shake and Bake. Back to James. And he banks in the layup. LeBron's got 14 points now in the second half.
And they're just dominating on both ends. And it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
Now here's Covington. Pass to Gibson. Timberwolves passing it around. Clock at 6. Covington finds Towns. Teague for 3. That doesn't go in either for Teague.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Back to Ingram. Over Gibson. And an air ball on that one. Way off. Timberwolves trail by 18.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Los Angeles.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still 2 more to go in the season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for LeBron.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Now here's Stevenson. Now the feed to Chandler. Tipped away. There's 49 seconds left here in the fourth quarter, and it's good for 2.
Yeah, this is one of the better catch-and-shoot bigs in the NBA already. Towns doing everything these days.
Here's Hart, defended by Jones. Caldwell Pope outside. Stevenson outside. Just 3 to shoot. Kuzma. Rebound by Jang.
Yeah, affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
That's tipped. Caldwell Pope kicks to Stevenson. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, were you satisfied with the team's performance tonight?
We got a very good team, but in order for us to continue to improve, we have to go out and we have to defend. We have to play for one another. And we have to be selfless. You know, it's not about the individual. It's about the team. And if we all give in to what the team needs to do to be better, then we'll be okay.
It is a work in progress, LeBron. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.